please call the roll.
Councilmember Ortiz.
Present.
Councilmember Mackin.
Present.
Councilmember Pierce.
Here.
Councilmember Knapp is absent. Councilmember Beckwith.
Here.
Councilmember Petsko.
Here.
Councilmember Hazelbaker.
Here.
Councilmember Houts.
Here.
Mayor Kramer.
Here. We look for a motion to excuse Councilman Knapp.
So moved. Support.
The motion, we have support. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Is there any old business for the current council? Any new business for the current council? Seeing none, we are adjourned. We would have the newly elected councilwoman come up and those other council people who just got reelected, and the clerk will administer the oath. Dan.
Are we going to thank Cisco for his time and service?
Raise your right hand. This is for the state of Michigan, the county branch, and the city of Coldwater. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this state, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of office of City of Coldwater, Mayor, and Council Member according to the best of my ability. Will you? We are all duly sworn.
Speed.
Would the clerk please call the roll again?
Councilmember Listman. Present. Councilmember Mackin.
Present.
Councilmember Pierce.
Here.
Councilmember Knapp is absent. Councilmember Beckwith.
Here.
Councilmember Petsko.
Here.
Councilmember Hazelbaker.
Here.
Councilmember Houts.
Here.
And Mayor Kramer.
I am here. So again, we do need a motion to excuse Councilman Knapp.
So moved. Support.
The motion and support. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? He is excused. I would ask former Councilman Ortiz to come up here for a minute.
He's got a speech, you know.
I know he did. This is difficult. I've served with a lot of council people, a lot of excellent council people, and over the years, I will tell you sincerely that Cisco was one of the best. Throughout the years we've served, I've seen him try to represent the citizens of Coldwater and the citizens of his ward with diligence, with intelligence, and with compassion. He has never looked out for anyone but the citizens of Coldwater. I'm going to miss him. I've been honored to serve with him, and the city of Coldwater and the residents of the first ward owe him a very deep and sincere thank you. This is on behalf. I do appreciate everything. We have a gift certificate for you, and we have a certificate of appreciation, and a sincere thanks for all that you've done for the citizens.
Thank you very much. I'll say it before we go.
We have a spot on our agenda now, and we have one at the end of the meeting for public comment. So if anyone would like to address the council, we may do so now.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council. Just wanted to introduce Jim O'Neill. Jim joined us a couple weeks ago now. He's going to be taking over for Charles Bouchard, who we've been anxiously wanting to replace since May of 2018. So we've been looking for a while now, and Jim comes with us. And so just wanted to have Jim introduce himself and to the council. So, Jim.
Hello everyone, Jim O'Neill again, from Toledo, Ohio, born and raised, worked the last 30 years as an engineering consultant, 20 years almost exclusively with municipal utilities. So I look forward to the opportunity here in Coldwater and getting to know everyone in the community. Thank you.
Oh, you're not a Buckeye fan, we hope. Welcome. Any other public comment? Oh, goodness. Good timer going.
I expect 5-minute extension from everybody. No, this is my chance to say thank you very much to the entire city, especially the council, the mayor, all the staff. I look back and 13 years has flown by. I remember why I got involved. I got to spend some time with Emily and shared with her. She's going to do a wonderful job. I remember I was one of those people that would complain. I moved up here from Fort Wayne, Indiana, to a small town, and everything was nice. It was cheap cable, cheap water rates, cheap everything compared to a big city, and then all of a sudden rates started going up, and I was that guy that started complaining, and Don Schemmel ran for a position, and a seat opened up, and I remember Mr. Kramer was a council member back then, I think, said, why don't you stop complaining and come find out what it's all about? And so I applied, and I think I was the only one. So Tim Miller recommended that I be appointed, and I was appointed for 1 year. And at least the first few years when I really learned why rates go up, why we have to pay more in cable, why we have to increase our taxes, a lot of whys. And then when I became educated on that, I was able to then try to spread the word to constituents. And it was all about having that knowledge and understanding, because it was very easy for me to move from a big city and come here and complain that our sidewalks, I shouldn't have to pay for this. I just paid for sidewalks in Fort Wayne. I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to do that. And I hate to say that I was one of those people back then. Then I had the privilege of starting to teach American government and state and local government at the university level, and that opened my eyes even more of why we do a thing, or why we do things a certain way. Going to the MML conferences with our council and staff, we see great ideas. Other cities are doing things. Those are great opportunities to learn. We bring things back to the citizens. It has been nothing but a pleasure. There have been times where phone calls come in and you think, oh, why do I do this? It's not worth listening to have people complain when they're not willing to educate themselves. But then sometimes you see the success stories when you get those emails from Keith or anybody else that people are appreciative of what we do. So it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be weird. I'm not teaching any extra classes, and I don't have city council, so I'm home every night. I don't know what I'm going to do myself. No. I've seen your equipment, Dave. So I just have to say thank you. I go back to, I think, Gene Wallace was mayor. Bill Stewart was city manager. So a lot of things have changed over the times. Randall's been here since, I think, Moses was part of the council.
He's very smart.
But I look forward to now being a citizen of the first ward and calling Emily and Travis when I have a complaint. Hopefully they can get things turned around quickly. So, but I've got to say thank you to each and every one of you, and especially our city staff. People don't realize how hard everybody works. So if you get a chance, especially here on Veterans Day, Emily being in the military, we have veterans that are on the council and amongst our staff. Not only thanking our veterans on Veterans Day, but every day is Municipality Day, in my opinion. So we have staff out there working every single day, and I think it's important that it's always acknowledged. So thank you. It was a pleasure, and I'm blessed to have been part of it. So thanks.
Thank you, Cisco. Well said. Any other public comments at this time? Seeing none, we'll move into our consent agenda. These are items that we consider to be routine. We'll take them in one motion unless someone up here or someone in the audience wants it removed for further clarification. Tonight we have our minutes of October 28th, rec board minutes of September 4, and Coldwater monthly financial reports for September of 19. Those are the items on our consent agenda. Does anyone in the audience want clarification? Anybody up here? What we would like is a motion to approve our consent agenda.
So moved. Support.
We have a motion and support. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Bills and accounts, we're being asked to approve $150,283. Every detail is available online to us and or to the public before the meeting. Tom is here, yes he is, and Jeffrey and Keith. So any questions about the $150,000? If not, a motion to approve would be wonderful.
Motion to pay the bills.
Support.
We have a motion, we have support to pay our bills. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Number 5, City Manager Report. Keith.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good evening, everyone. The majority of the manager's
report is related to recreation, and we just wanted to highlight the fact that we have 182 boys and girls that are registered for youth basketball, which is an increase of 40 over last year. Saturdays are packed over there, as Julie explains, and every night is packed over there for those of you might participate in activities. She was explaining now with the weather turning, the track is very busy, and court space is at a premium. So that's a good thing for the recreation center. Secondly, relative to the recreation center, we established a maintenance reserve fund, monies in which we use outside of the general fund operations to help complete facility maintenance or buy extra equipment that we might like there. And so we've sold a number of sponsorships over the last couple of years. And this year's renewals include Century Bank and Trust, Southern Michigan Bank and Trust, and the Clemens Food Group, who we want to acknowledge and appreciate their 4-year renewal for those sponsorships to the tune of just over $45,000. So those are funds, like I said, that there again go to things above and beyond just general maintenance that we might like to see improvements made or equipment purchased for that facility. The next item, which was scheduled before 6 or 8 inches of snow fell, but we are going to, for the purposes of ribbon cutting of the disc golf course, will be conducted on Thursday, November 14th at 4 p.m. And as much as I joke about it, it is purposeful in that we want to acknowledge that opening, and it is part of the process for Carson Pers to get his Eagle Scout. So we need to help him wrap up his Eagle Scout project, and so this will be one step closer to that. So we appreciate his efforts in that project, as we acknowledged at the last meeting, and look forward to the use of the disc golf course, maybe more so next spring now. Allen Avenue, that's our remaining construction project, aside from the alley work behind Mills Plaza. Allen Avenue has been paved. We anticipate now with the conditions that we won't get the top course paved, but the base course and leveling course have been paved. It is back in service, and we're buttoning up now for the winter given the conditions with final paving them to make sure that we ensure a very good end product won't occur then until next year. Leaf pickup, we had leaf pickup all of 1 week before leaves fell and snow fell, but as temperatures warm up a little bit better, we hope to continue leaf pickup through the remainder of the month as weather permits. So we will pick up bags that are out there, we will pick up leaves that are out there, weather permitting, in spite of the snow that we received today. And then some scheduling, just some scheduling notes. There's a joint meeting with the Coldwater Board of Public Utilities tomorrow, 5:30 at the now the CBPU building at 168 Division Street to talk about the next step in fiber optic technology, potential phase 2 project of the fiber backbone. So that's between the City Council and the Coldwater Board of Public Utilities. So for those that can be there, please plan on doing so. Also, this week is a presentation by the Michigan Main Street Program on Thursday, November 14th, right here at 5:30. The City Council, Planning Commission, DDA, and the public are invited to hear what that program is about as we continue to do our efforts on improving the downtown. And then our city offices will be closed during the normal Thursday and Friday of Thanksgiving weekend, which this year is November 28th to 29th. And 1 week following that is the Christmas activities on December 7th, and a whole list of items are identified there that will take place on that day. So not that far away as we turn to Thanksgiving and then subsequently to Christmas. So with that, that's my report.
Questions for Keith?
I have one in regards to all of the leaves that are down and up by the curb. This is really for Dave. What's the plan in terms of removing the snow? Are you intending to completely clean the streets, or are you going to leave the leaves there as best as possible?
We're trying to plow around the leaves, which in fact makes your driveway about 6 foot longer. But we are trying to go around them the best that they can see. We're going to hit some, we're going to roll them up into the yard. we're hoping the snow will melt and we'll be picking up leaves. We picked up leaves today, believe it or not. So,
Good enough. Thank you.
Any other questions for anyone? We would then look for a motion to approve the city manager report.
So moved.
Support.
Okay, motion and support. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Number 6, we have a letter from Audrey Tappenden regarding the establishment of a commercial rehab district corridor between Division and Clay. Consider adoption of resolution 1971. I guess with that said, we will open the public hearing, and Audrey, you want to?
Yep, I'm going to do the work for her just to, you may be experiencing some deja vu. So we did have a public hearing on this at October 25th. We had a mailing issue with the method by which the mailings of the notices went out. So the newspaper public hearing notice was sufficient. The mailing notice was sufficient, other than it was sent first class mail then, as opposed to a certified mail. So we scheduled another public hearing. We notified all the various property owners and tax jurisdictions to have a second opportunity tonight to speak to this issue. This is for the creation of a commercial rehab district along South Clay and Division Street for the purposes of, there again, when a property is redeveloped, it could be eligible for a tax abatement.
So with that said, the public hearing is open. Are there any citizens that would like to address this issue? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing and bring the discussion up to council level. We are looking for questions or comments, or if we think our answers or questions have been answered, we look for a motion to adopt resolution 1971.
Move to adopt resolution 1971.
Support. We have a motion and we have support to adopt resolution 1971. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Number 7, a letter from Keith regarding MDOT, Local Pavement Warranty Program. Keith.
There again, a little bit more deja vu. This is a second step of this process. So back in April, we passed a resolution that's required by MDOT to suggest that we would participate in a warranty program for projects that exceed $2 million or include any state or federal funding for road pavement projects. And as part of that process, we have to reaffirm or pass a second resolution to that same effect. So we're asking you that you would pass resolution number 1980. And for those projects, those pavement projects that either the city contracts for, that it would exceed $2 million, which I don't know that we've had any, just that would be specific to paving, or other state or federal projects that have smaller grants, for example. So South Jefferson would have been subject to this, and we do have a warranty for that project. So this puts in place and affirms that the city of Coldwater will participate in MDOT's warranty program, and that we will require warranties when they're necessary for state projects or projects over $2 million.
Okay. Question? Not.
Move to approve resolution 19-80.
Thank you, Michael. Support. We have a motion and support. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Number 8, election of Mayor Pro Tem for 2019-21. And I'm sure you're aware, Randall has served in that role. Certainly it's open, but I would, be very pleased if someone would nominate Randall again. At your pleasure.
I'll nominate Randall.
Chris wants to support that?
Yes, I will.
Thank you, Christopher. We have a motion and support to name Randall Hazelbaker as Mayor Pro Tem. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Randall. We have a last spot on our agenda for public comments. If anyone would like to address the public? They can make you wear that name tag the whole time you work here, or if you are, okay, then you won't do that.
Keith, forget who he is.
No public comment. Any unfinished business at council level? Do we have any new business? As Cisco said, I want to welcome Emily, and told her to slow me down if I go too fast, so welcome to the council. I hope it's enjoyable. Seeing no new business, we are adjourned.